Hello guys and welcome back to the Afro Corner. Today we have a very lovely guest.
Hello
Can she-
guys, my name is Amantle and I go to U school along with Renton. Yeah.
You already know Henry. Henry, can you say hi?
Hi everyone.
Today we have quite a topic. I'm going to ask you guys a question. Do you think that the educational system is actually effective? What do you think, Amantle?
About the education system, well, I feel like in general, yes, it is very effective because with this whole capitalism going around in the world, we need to go to school like to learn some of these things. But then for some people, education may not be as efficient because let's be honest, there are not so many people that are as academically gifted as other children. So for them, they prefer a different path apart from using the education system. So yeah, that's my thought.
So what you're saying is that the educational system is effective, what's not effective?
Yes, I feel like everything in life is 50-50. Like.
Fair enough. Henry,
I think it is effective.
can you elaborate?
Why? Because like if you look it from the angle of connections and informations and education, yeah, it's really effective. We get a lot of information from school that our parents don't teach us, and we have a good time with different people. We meet a lot of people from different society, class of the society. We are all the same when we are in school, you know. Yeah, so school is really effective for me.
Yeah, so what's the one aim? Why do we go to school? Let's start there. Why do we go to school?
Well, I think like this whole path of life, you go to school so that we get a job, get employed, make a living.
Thank you.
And then you'll see what you do with your life after that. But I feel like that's what every parent. That's why every parent is pushing us. No, go to school. You need to get a job. You need to get employed. You need to make a life for yourself. So I think that's why we go to school, man.
Why do you go to school, Henry?
First of all, I didn't know why I went to school. Like I was just going every day because my parents told me you have to go to school to get these grades and stuff. I didn't understand at first, but now I understand that I go to school for education and for connection. These are the two reasons why I go to school every day.
When you say education, what is this education?
I don't know what education is.
I don't
honestly.
know what education is.
Honestly.
Because as for me, school, I see school on a different level. Because let's look at it this way. I just started going to school, not because I wanted to go to school, but because they said, if you don't go to school, you're going to be poor later in life. No one will employ you. But now I'm in school and I just found out something. Okay, before I tell you what I found out, I'm going to ask you this.
Yep.
Do you think you can be rich or you can be wealthy or you can be successful later in life simply because of school, of what they're teaching you in school?
To answer that question, a friend of mine says school is a side hustle. So
I agree with that.
I am not so sure. I'm not so sure about being 100% like rich, successful after going to school because there are still people right now that have graduated and are sitting at home jobless. Like why did I go to school? Why all that stress but for me to be unemployed?
What the question was, do I think
You'll be successful after graduation
because of school?
because of school.
No, I don't think so. Because school doesn't make people rich. School gets people degrees and education.
Facts.
Now, what are you going to do with the education? That depends only on you. So people make themselves rich or poor. It's not because of school or because of a business or because of anything. Because there are also business people who fail. So
The only problem I have with school is that they teach you algebra. They teach you x plus y equals to 0. They taught that to my grandfather. They're teaching it to me
History.
even.
yeah.
Like, Why is that?
Like,
I think
Answer.
it's just the basic knowledge.
The basic
You
knowledge.
go to school to get the basic knowledge. Now, if you are passionate about something, you will just extend it yourself. Because in school you are 20, 60. You cannot go like get exactly what everybody wants. It's impossible. So we try to get it as general as possible. So there are people who are going to feel a lot like too much educated, and people will feel less educated because it's just normal. And when things are normal, they don't fit for everybody. This is just how it is.
So the basic and what you're saying is, in school they're just overdosing us with knowledge, no skill there.
Yeah, this is also a way to put it, but I don't think we teach skills in school, and
They
they don't have to do it because they never say they will teach you skills.
They just say they'll give you knowledge.
Yes, and education and,
Well,
and a degree.
in my personal opinion, I feel like the education system should be upgraded. Like, come on, like it's 2020 and kids are still learning Christopher Columbus discovered America. Okay, and then what? How does that help? How? Like, you know, like not saying demolish all basic general knowledge, but no, some of them we don't need to honestly, we don't need to.
There are not things that you can expect to learn from school. Let
Yeah.
these things be learned part-time.
Part-time, exactly.
The thing is, if the reality is like, if they don't put it in school,
Yeah,
a lot of people will never know.
exactly.
That's the
That's a
thing.
point. That's a
Will
point.
you ever go on YouTube and search like who discovered America?
If what for?
No offense, like
Like we push lots of time like black people, black history, black stuff. Do you search for black history? Do you go on YouTube, on Google to look for like who was the emperor of Mali or anything like that? Do
if
you
it
do that?
weren't for school, I don't think anybody would be doing that.
Yeah. Those are just some things that they're teaching in school, but in reality, okay, let's say it's good to know them, but actually it's the word escape. I wanted that. It's not important, but I didn't want the word important. There's a word. Okay. Actually, okay, it's like this. Do you know Elon Musk? You know Elon Musk, right?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever thought the reason why he just created a separate school for his children? Unlike the school we all attend. Because in school they're just giving us a lot of knowledge. They're gonna give you knowledge of, okay, will you trust your best friend? Let's say your best friend is studying general medicine, right?
Okay.
The day they graduate, then they have to go work in a hospital.
Yes.
Will you trust your life in the hands of your best friend to operate you if you're sick with something?
To my best friend watching this.
For me, it depends who my best friend is.
Yeah.
Because if I know my best friend is a good student, like he knows what he's talking about, he knows what he's doing,
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, you can.
So yeah, like that.
I actually
Good
have
student.
like medical students I call when I feel bad or have something because I know they are very good in medicines, so they can give me not the cure or the exact solution, but they can like give me a path that where I can go and start to check. So
they can share just knowledge of what they know.
yes, exactly. This is what they do. Doctors just share knowledge. Like they make the diagnostic and then they say, okay, you can take this what do they call it again? What do they prescribe?
Prescription.
Yeah, this prescription.
Yeah.
So if there is anything you would like to change in the educational system, what will it be?
It would be this timetable. Timetable, like, I don't know. Okay, I really don't know because it really like depends on the people. It also depends on the country and where you study and stuff. But then I heard like in America they want to extend schooling times to like 6 p.m. But again, at the same time, we know that people don't like waking up early for class. Like you go to primary school and you're waking up at 5 a.m. Some people wake up at 4 a.m. just so they can get to school by 6 a.m. And we know we wake up early because they say it helps with brain activity. Your brain is most likely to be more active if you wake up early. But then waking up is hard. It's very hard. But yeah, I think that's the one thing I would change about timetables.
The timetable.
Yeah, I don't know where I would scale it, but it has to change. It just has to change.
My question is why? Why do we change the timetable?
Because it depends on so many things. Like for example, if school starts at 6 a.m. For some people, school starts at 6 a.m. There are some kids that live very far from school. So they're going to have to wake up at 4 a.m. And imagine if you're a student that's studying late night, you pass out at 3 a.m. You're like, damn, I need to wake up in 2 hours so I can make it to school in time. That's dependent number one. Dependent number two, there are many cases of parents not being able to pick up kids on time from school. So they want to elongate the school times so that, like, you know, it's easier for the parents to like get back from work and then pick up their kids from home, from school, and then take them home. Those are, I think those are just like, that's just two of the many of, I can't think of all
so
of
they're
them.
they're adding daycare center to school.
Yeah.
To what's already there.
Yes.
I see.
Basically, that's what they want to do in America.
Alright, so you said first because some people just they live far from school or they wake up late, so we should put it later for them. And also because parents don't have time to pick the children. Okay, we agreed before that school is made for the majority of people. So where the mass is, this is where school will more like, they will converge where the mass of people are.
Yeah.
Does most people get up early or late?
Most people. Well, most people
Early.
will get up early, of course. Like,
Okay, do most people can pick their children on time or late?
that's the thing. Like nowadays, that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Like I'm saying, this is something I've been reading on the news. Like, parents are failing to pick up their kids on time. So that leads to what? Okay, my kid must take a combi or must take a taxi from school at this time or what time. And there are some parents out there that are finding this an issue because, especially in my country, in Botswana, if you take freaking public transport, it's very, very unsafe. It's so unsafe because if you get out from school at 4:30, at like 5 or 6 when you've got the public transport, it's dark outside. And being at the station, especially, think of it now, you're a girl. You're not even 18, you're using public transport. That walk home at night with the street lights on, it's also very unsafe. Anything could happen. So that's what I'm saying, that's the problem. It depends on so many things. It's a giant web of problems. And they all come to that one thing, which is education, timing.
So basically, also, I don't think, maybe there are geniuses like that. Can you be able to concentrate for 12 hours in school?
12 hours.
Nobody ever asked you to concentrate for 12 hours.
They just say be there. They just want you.
There are breaks. Are there breaks or not?
Okay, being realistic, the breaks,
it's a yes or no question. Are there breaks or not?
A 1 hour break. A 1 hour at most break.
What are we talking about? Are we talking about university system or
school?
School. Let's talk about school in general.
Okay.
School in general.
School, not uni. School.
The uni is better. It's much better because maybe the breaks will be something like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
or 10 minutes.
You get like a break after every lesson. That can happen.
Something, but if we look at high school, middle school, junior schools, how are their breaks? They will give you something like 4 lessons. After 4 lessons, they give you a break of 40 minutes.
Yeah.
According here, I was checking the timetable here in Russia.
And then
Then
other
after
lessons
that,
again.
4 extra lessons. So
Then 1 hour break.
1 hour, that's lunch.
Then those
now.
last lessons before you go home.
Those ones.
Those
like,
last ones before you
oh, come
go
on,
home.
Come on.
After lunch, after being full, tired, playing in the sun. God. Ish. Yeah.
But they enjoy it though. Those children, they really enjoy it. Are they enjoying it?
They are not. The children are not happy.
For real?
That one. You know what?
Are you serious
I
about that?
feel like a majority are not happy. They will
The
just
majority are not,
they just
they're not
appreciate-
happy.
They just appreciate the playing part, perhaps. According to my own opinion, I was in junior school, I was in middle school, I was in high school before. The only part that would interest me actually was the part I was going home.
Or when you know it's almost break time. Like, okay, you know when you come back from lunch, what are the odds that you're going to be 100% focused on the lessons to come? After lunch, after eating, chilling with your friends, playing, what, and then you're like, I have
Now
like
you're
3
sitting
more
in
classes.
class.
Now you're sitting in class.
There's still that excitement in your head and you're now sitting and the chair is teaching. Obviously, you're still thinking like, that game was nice.
That game was dope. We need to do this again.
But those people, they think about it, and that is why sometimes they put like the less interesting or the less important lessons for after the break, and before that they put the more interesting,
But
the more important.
what if it was me? What I would do
Yes.
in changing the educational system?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you want children to go to school at 8 a.m. and to leave school even tomorrow morning. It's okay. Or if you want them to stay in school like the whole month, then they'll just go home once. It's still okay.
Yeah.
But let's try to make it a little bit interesting and helpful. There's this saying that says, if I can help me so that I can help you. Or is it help you, help
me help you.
Yeah, help me help you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I feel like if they put more practicals, like more theory, children will be also, I don't know if it's everywhere, but most of the most of the educational system, they rely more on what they see on the textbooks. But
Yes.
what if the children are actually to do what is written in the textbook?
Exactly. I
Challenge
agree
the
with
brain,
that.
because there's whenever I go to gym, I always tell myself, this body can do a lot of things. This body can do it. So I can even put 100 kgs and just force myself to push it. Then I say, this body can do it. So those little brains, the brains for everyone, like people's brains, they can do it. So how about you give them challenges, unlike just giving them theory. Like, how many people like reading?
Oh, not me.
How many people actually enjoy writing notes?
Okay, let's not get this twisted. I love reading, but like novels and stuff. But then okay, when it comes to
Reading.
school learning,
Reading.
I can't. Like the brain doesn't work on something that doesn't interest it. If you have no
Henry
interest,
loves reading.
like books,
Yes, I do.
Books.
it interests you, right?
Yes.
That's why you read. It doesn't interest some of us, or like you say, most of us. It doesn't interest us at all. So reading is hard, and you're right. If there was more practical work,
But you have to learn to read. Reading is important. The most, as you put up earlier, the most successful people read.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, they always say this. There's this saying they say like most successful people read, but they're not reading these things in schools. They're reading actually success books. How about
how do you think those success books are?
like
You have an idea?
I'm
like
reading
Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
How are they?
What do you mean? How are they?
Like when you say that they are not reading what those children are reading, they are reading
No.
different types of books.
If you see like how the textbook, right?
Yes.
You're taking Henry. You want to be a businessman, right?
Mhm.
Or you are a businessman,
Okay.
or an aspiring businessman. Then I come with an agriculture textbook and give it to you and say, Henry, this is an agriculture textbook.
Mhm.
Read it. Will you read it wholeheartedly? Just a mere agriculture textbook. Or when someone comes with a novel, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and say, take this, they're gonna want to think of Rich Dad. I want to be a businessman and businessmen are successful. Let me just try to see what's in this book. You develop a little more interest.
Yes.
How about when kids come to school, you divide them into groups, like you want to be, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be? What do you want to
At what age? At 5? At 8? How is a kid of a 5-year-old kid? He's going to say, I want to be like my father. I want to be like my mother. I want to be an astronaut. So you are going to give a different book to everybody. And then 10 years later, they don't even know what it's really like, and they change. Like every year, a child is going to tell you something different.
Wait, aren't we talking about high school level?
Okay. Perhaps kids,
junior level.
I always believe this, like, school is just
even if you go to high school level, at 15, did you know what you wanted to do? Did you know?
At 15, I wanted to be a businessman.
I wanted to be a pilot. But look at us.
What do you want to be right now?
Me, right now. This is very deep because, guys, I don't know. I really don't know.
I want to be a businessman. I want to be a businessman.
You wanted to be a businessman before, and now you still want to be a businessman.
I still want to be a businessman.
That's for
And also like a TV host, these other things that are part of it. But like
So you don't know exactly what you want.
No, I know what I want.
Mm.
It's just to run an empire, being a businessman.
Okay, then if you want to run an empire, there are schools, there are institutions for that. You can go there and you can learn what you want to do. It's possible. The thing is, a lot of people don't know what they want to do. This is why they are in schools. This is why they are getting the basic knowledge to arm them so that in the future they can say, okay, I have this general knowledge, so I can try this, I can try that, I can try this. It's not because like everyone doesn't know what he wants. You are one of the rare people. 3 years earlier, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Right now, I don't know what I want to do. You said I want to be a businessman. Like businessman, okay, but businessman in what?
in what exactly?
Businessman is a very broad word, man. It means everything, and it means anything at the same time.
Yeah.
So everybody's a businessman, and Embrace is a businessman. He's just working on his own. The CEO is working like he has 100 people in his charge. So everybody's a businessman in some way because you're exchanging something for money. So businessman doesn't mean anything. You are all going to school because you want to get money. So we are all businessmen and businesswomen. So we have to go to school, get the basic knowledge, then we go to university. In university there are more like concentrated subjects and like...
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like we need to try, that's why they give us all subjects. So that our brain sees like, okay,
you touch everything and then you say, okay, now I'm in university, I can go for history, I can go for journalism,
you can go for mathematics.
I can go for mathematics.
Yeah.
And afterwards, after you get your bachelor, you can go for master. In master, you go even deeper, and then you have the PhD. You can go even deeper again, and it doesn't finish. It doesn't end there.
No,
afterwards, you can just continue and go like there's no end for knowledge. So it depends on you. School is not a bad thing. The thing is, people have an idea of things school is going to give them. Like the thing after graduating, you have a job. Who says that?
Bruh, who said that? You're
said
lying. Lying.
There are lots of people, they graduate, they have good marks, good grades, but where are they?
They're at home with their degrees at home. Bruh.
So school never said you will get a job. No, you will get a degree in mathematics. If you do this, you will get a degree. And you do that, you get your degree, and that's it. The contract is over. Everybody did his part.
That's
The
why
rest
it's
is
called
on
a
your
degree,
own.
not a job application.
Yeah, it's not a job application. See, people will look at your job application. They will look at what did you do, not what degree you get. Since like the degree is part of the requirements for the job. So there are tens of thousands of people having the same degree you have. So degree is not the thing that's going to like put you in the best spot. No. You have to go on different things like skills. What are you good at? What do you know? What's the differentiating factor like the difference you will bring to the table? So these are the main things. It's not a degree. Because when they hire, do they hire for only one person? They check a lot of people, and all of them have the degree, they have the age, they have the situation. They are in the town, they are in town, they have the degree. So this is not the factor who differentiate or get you the job. If you go to school because you want to get a job, don't go to school. You can go to the back door. They just take you. They don't need you. You don't have to go there. So you have to get it clear. Why am I going to school? This is why I said before in the beginning of the show. There's two main things we go to school for: education and connection. Go there, meet your friends, man. This is the connection is the best part of it, because you are all in class. You are all from different backgrounds. Some are rich, some are poor, but when you are in class, there's no difference. You are all the same, and you can be friends with everybody.
Yeah.
There's a saying that says, if you have eyes, you have seen. If you have ears, you have heard. So there you have it, guys. You should, if you have an attitude toward the school, the education or the educational system, I hope this presentation helps you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel.
And click
like this video.
Like, subscribe, share.
I also have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, okay, I forgot that.
She also has a
YouTube channel.
Yes.
You can put the name somewhere here.
Yeah.
The link will be put down below.
description.
Okay.
And you can also put Brenton's channel.
As well.
I don't have any channel. So it's nothing for me.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Take care.